What's up guys? We are back with another one, and today we're gonna do a graduated haircut. So first step is obviously analyzing the hair, looking at what lengths we're working with, and then making a decision on what we wanna do with the rest of the hair. So main thing I'm noticing is through the crown, it's been cut too short. So we wanna make sure that we're keeping that. And just by looking at this, I think what would look really nice is a beautiful taper, given the fact that he has really dark hair into the beard, and a graduated haircut that's slightly shorter with a strong nape line while all this is being brushed back, okay? We also notice some baby hairs through here, so I think sharpening a little bit of those lines, having some volume through the top is what's gonna be the most suitable and what's gonna look the best on him. So let's get straight to it. Okay guys, so at this point we're gonna section this off. We're gonna go from the recession all the way towards the back into a V section. I'm gonna explain to you guys at the very end why we went with the V section, okay? Brush everything down, move slightly towards the sides, bring everything to the front just like this. Okay, at this point, we then connect this from the other sides. Okay, from here, guys, we go into a round surface and voila. Now, the reason why we want to go into a V section, guys, is very simply, we want this kind of section in here to mimic the back. So what this is going to allow us to do is going to allow us to have a stronger point through the back. And that just means when I look at it from the side, it's really going to establish this nice, beautiful square line. Rather than if it's cut square or round, you're going to have something that's softer. I just want to mimic this exact shape through the back because I want more strength given that the hair is a little bit finer. Okay guys, so what do we say? We want to taper through the sides. So step one is making sure everything is nice and neat as we section this. And we're going to take first section from the top. I'm going to bring that down. Okay, and that's our first section. Okay, we want to make sure that this area right here is nice and tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to come from the bottom, we're going to raise this up. That means we're going to go into a layer to allow this transition to be as easy as possible with our clippers, and voila. Okay, nice and tight, and this is gonna just prep it for the taper. Section 2, boom. And what you're thinking of as you're doing this, all you have to think is of a number 2, can a number 2 blend right into these lengths? And if it cannot, that just means you kept it too long, okay? Okay, section number 2 now, guys, slightly over directed because we're on a round surface where my fingertips are at. Okay, so slightly over directed, round surface, but boom. Okay, lift, why? Again, flat surface all the way through. Section 3 now. Okay, bring everything down and follow that all the way towards the back of the nape, bring it forward. There we have it. Section 3, okay, look at that. Over directed now. Make sure that we could see our guide before we make that incision. Guidelines in there. Cut, okay? Guideline, cut, leading all the way towards the bottom of the nape. Okay, section 4, follow the same exact line. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to split section 3 and 4, just so we're not over. I see this happen all the time. A lot of you guys bring this all the way down here. What do you think is going to happen with all these lengths? By the time you get to the back, it's going to be way too heavy. So what you want to do is you want to come from the bottom, you want to lift this off, and now we have 2 sections rather than 3 or 4, okay? Look at this. We're going to see our guide. Beautiful. Look at that. Unreal. Make that incision. Okay, come back from the bottom, lift, look at that. All in one motion, we were able to do that. Okay, check that, guidelines in here. Follow that all the way through. Okay, look at this. Come back from the bottom, again, lift. See, my hands are always in play here. Okay, I never let go. Okay, come back, lift. The reason why? It allows us to be efficient and quick. This is how you're able to do this haircut in the salon. The reason why it takes you guys so long is because you're doing 17 sections and you don't have a proper system. You're not flowing with this haircut. You almost have to make this as easy as possible for you to do it because there's a lot of precision that's involved, obviously, right? Okay, let's follow the system. Boom, boom, boom. Come back, same process. Cut. Guys, just check out what happens when you do this. Again, you might look at this and think, oh my God, this is complicated, which to some degree, anything you start is gonna be hard, right? Anything you start is gonna be complicated. But this is gonna allow you to have such a beautiful way of cutting, such a systemized way of cutting. And by practicing this and going through the pain of not knowing what to do, but always watching these videos back, replaying it, is gonna allow you to eventually be able to cut in this way. We give up way too early. We try to do it, we try to, pull the hair. You might take too much sections, you might be cutting it, and it might have some disconnected lengths, and that's okay. That's the process of you having to go through it and learn. But in this case, guys, I just wanna show you what you're supposed to end up with. If we look at the hair, you see all these areas are layered, okay? So when he brushes it back, it's gonna sit flush to the skin, which is gonna allow it to sit square. Okay, it's gonna be square because when it's brushed back, though, the area of the head, right, which is round in this area, is where the most amount of length is being built. And why we want this to be triangular, which is this shape right here, right? So everything here was over directed. So we built the weight, we built the length. And guys, weight equals length. Every time I say weight, it equals length. Now the reason why is because by building that weight and brushing it back, naturally and visually, it's gonna look square. Okay, so it's gonna look square when you look at the hair because that's what we want it to look like. No one wants to look like a cone. Most people wanna look square. But how to do it is by very simply, guys, just so you could see, is by having it cut triangularly. You notice how these are shorter leading up to the lengths that are longer? That needs to happen on a technical level. That means that's how you're supposed to cut it. So when you brush it back, it visually looks square. Okay guys, we continue. We got about a few sections left before we move on. Okay, so guys, at this point, nothing changes. Finger comes tight to the head, and the only difference is, it's the knuckles now that are gonna come out. Okay, so look at that. Knuckles now come out.
He's a Muslim guy.
What barbershop? Okay, nothing changes, guys, same process. Again, systemizing it. Okay guys, so again, not much changes here. That's why I'm a little bit quiet. The process is the same. Like I'm repeating the same system, but this is what I want to show you guys. This is why graduation is somewhat easy, even though the motion with your hand, all you need to do is really get your mind and your hands used to these motions, right? But once you do, you have to first understand, or before you even do that, you first have to understand the actual logic behind it. Step one, you come from underneath, you pick this up with your comb, you grab it, you pull it. Ring finger is gonna be on the head. Middle finger is grabbing the hair with my index, okay? So again, boom, come back from the bottom, You see the guide, you make your incision. Now we're cutting a round line horizontally, but vertically we're triangular. Okay, I don't want to complicate you guys on this, but understand it. We're cutting a round line because I'm following the head shape horizontally. But this way, when I pull it up, what do we say? We are going triangular. But visually, we're gonna be square. And the reason why is because we want this to have a stronger shape, which is also gonna grow in better, it's gonna have longevity, and it's gonna be way easier for him to style, okay? Again, elevation, we wanna retain some of that length through the nape. And there we have it, guys. Nice and clean. Beautiful. Okay, last section, last two sections, we're just gonna crisscross. This is gonna allow me to cross-check in a way where it's gonna tell me if I'm balanced or not, okay? Boom, left side, right side, and we'll do the right side again. See, a little bit more to cut here. Guideline, boom, clean it up. There we go, beautiful. Okay, last section here. See, slightly disconnected. We're just gonna connect it in. There we go, beautiful. Bro, this is what you needed, man. This is the haircut for you. Look at that, without any product, we really see that beautiful shape come in, okay? And that's very much done from having beautiful technique. We don't even need any styling product, and that's because the buildup of weight is allowing the hair to naturally sit in this way. Incredible, nice. Next step, let's layer it. Pull the head up, making it a lot easier for me to see. Bring it all back. Vertical section, why? We could see the lengths from the back through graduation, so we can make that decision of how much length we want to cut a lot easier. And the reason why is because we know the lengths are coming from the back, not necessarily the sides. I'll show you guys now. You're probably wondering, what is Alex saying? Lift this, look at that. Lift this up, there you go. See that? That's the length from the back. So this is why we cut this vertically, because it's a lot easier to see. And boom, guideline, make that incision. Okay guys, follow the shape. We're going round horizontally. Reason why? Fine hair, we want flow. We don't want to be way too heavy through the sides, especially with finer hair. We want something that's gonna sit towards the sides rather than overlap. And with fine hair, we tend to not have as much structure. Okay, shape in the front is also round. So we're going round horizontally, round vertically, and we're gonna follow that all the way through. Okay, look, notice with the position of the head, tilt it slightly towards me, and look at that. Boom, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 guys. See, it's so fun to cut hair like this, especially when you have a system. It almost becomes zen for me. Like I could do this for 24 hours and I wouldn't even feel tired. This is why, guys, this way of cutting, this systemized way is the best way. I don't care what anyone teaches. This is the best way to cut because it looks the best, grows the best. So for the client, it is the best way. And further than that, it also looks the nicest. It's the easiest way to do it, and you're gonna be making the most amount of money as well because you're gonna be able to cater to clients that do this type of, that want this type of haircut, which is now the majority of people. So top is done, sides are done. Time to connect the top with the sides. So we take this vertically, okay, we bring all this down. And now guys, we are going to connect, okay? See, not much left to connect. We're just gonna slightly trim this down. Okay, that's done. Not much to connect. Move on towards the other side. Okay, we're gonna put some product. We're gonna blow dry this in, and then we should see how this looks. Okay guys, so at this point, we're gonna put a bit of that product through the sides first, okay? And then from there, we're gonna blow dry this in, we're gonna shape this up, and then we're gonna go into our taper. Okay, step one, guys, speed level 3, heat level 2. We're gonna start with the sides. Then we go from the back, bring everything down. I'm gonna taper this because it looks better if it's a taper. Okay guys, we're just gonna clean a little bit of this line. Reason why is because it's sitting slightly wispy, which to me is not giving a suitable shape. You see, this is just gonna clean it up slightly and create a bit more strength, given the fact that it's somewhat fine, okay? Look how much nicer that's already sitting. Wow, beautiful. Okay guys, so skin line done. Number one, again, this taper is gonna be a low taper, so we wanna make sure that we're not going past the ear here, okay? So one open, sitting right underneath our two, one closed, okay? And then go back with the open, clean it up a little bit more. Now our open. Okay guys, so this is my final look. As you guys could tell, beautiful taper into graduation with that weight line. And funny enough, we didn't touch that. That's why you guys could see it square. But graduation has built that beautiful square shape as well, which leads to some volume on top with a nice transition to the beard, guys. Very simple, salon friendly. We also added a bit of a line through the nape. This is an easy haircut, and it's probably one of my favorite haircuts to do because it's a beautiful blend of modern haircutting with traditional barbering. There you guys have it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.